What's up, guys? I thank you for joining our live stream. This is something I'm doing in collaboration with Create Now, and you can check them out at createnow.org. And I go by Pixel Propaganda on Instagram, so you can check me out there as well. And today we're going to do some sketching. So first of all, you gotta get your stuff ready if you want to start sketching. Right now I've got my sketch pad. Just a plain piece of paper, extra papers if I need it. There's my pencil and eraser. So let's get started. So I think I'm just going to do a tiger today because everybody's enjoying tigers as of right now. Hopefully you're safe at home, you know, doing what you need to do, and just having a good time to yourself or whatever you want to be doing. So let's get to it. So first thing I'm going to do when I start sketching is I'm going to figure out, you know, what the object is going to look like on the pad itself. So right now I'm just going to kind of fill in a general head. I'm going to do the head of the tiger here, and then I kind of want to do a cropped image of the tiger. So what I'm going to do is do like maybe the shoulders there, and then I'm going to include a little bit of the arm as well. So got the elbow coming down here, and then I'm also going to put in the paw. Now this is very generalized, but what you can see, hopefully you can see it well with the light and everything, is that I've just kind of got a general head right here. It's coming out, there's sort of a neck craning out here with the shoulder, and then an arm is coming down here. So it's ending with a paw. So that's pretty much how I want the sketch to look. And hopefully, I don't have a webcam, but hopefully you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, so now I'm going to do some more information, like maybe I want the eye to go there, probably bring in the head, just put in some general info like where the snout should go. Now it's really important to get that nose there, so let's get that going. And you know, anytime you make a mistake, you got your eraser here, so don't be afraid to use that. Sometimes it's nice to embrace any mistakes too that you make. Sometimes mistakes give a lot of character to the sketch that you're doing. So right now I'm just kind of putting in where the fuzzy parts of the tiger should be. I've got my nose here. I've got, you know, something like a line for the mouth. I've got the eye where I want it to be. And maybe I'll just put in a little bit of information on where the ears are going to go. So tigers have the short, kind of rounded, cool looking ears here. So let's see if you guys can get that, see how that looks. So right here you can see where the face is. There's the nose, there's the eye, here's the mouth. I'm going to put in some whiskers there soon. There's the ears, and it's starting to look like a tiger head. Put in a few more details. Let's get these whiskers in. It's really important to get those details once you're done fleshing out the look of how your animal's gonna, you know, appear on the page. You want to get those once you get the head and everything in. You want to get those characteristics, like if it's a cat, got to put in whiskers. You've got to get those cat eyes, the ears. All those things are very important. Make a few more details on the eye. Okay. And of course, tigers have those awesome stripes. So I'm going to put those in. Just kind of marking where I'm gonna go with more detail right now. And if I have any extra lines, I can just kind of erase those. One thing that's kind of good to do is when you're sketching, you can kind of figure out where the line is that you want. So you might want to do a few lines, just light lines, just to kind of figure out where the edge of the character is going to be. And then you can kind of just go from there. Okay, so I've got the head. I'm going to put in this neck here. So what's going to be happening is my tiger is going to have his head down, kind of craning down, but looking forward, just like this. So you can see the neck is kind of arching up into the back, almost like he's stalking like a prey or something. I'm going to get more information here on the shoulder. One thing that tigers have is this really powerful, sort of thick, legs to them. So it's really good to get that information in there too. Okay. Bring it down into the paw. One thing you might notice is that I like to hold my pencil this way. This is a really good way to just get a sweeping, sort of broad information just down on the page, just to kind of get a good gist of what you're trying to go for. Once you get into detail, I like to flip into this style of holding a pencil. So it's really up to you, however you want to hold the pencil. There's not really a rule for that. So as long as you're sketching, then hey, it's good enough. Okay, so now you can see it's kind of starting to look like a tiger that's stalking its prey or something. So we've got the head, got the shoulder, got the arm, there's the elbow, there's the paw. So this is a crouching tiger, I guess you could call it. Let's see. Okay, so now get a little bit more into this body area. Just some of these lines just to show that there's a body there. You know what? Maybe we'll do another arm here. So here we have an arm in the distance, just so you get the idea that there's something back there. Now that it's leaning and kind of leaning forward onto the next paw that he's about to pounce on something. Okay, so now get into some of these details. I really like the way that tigers' noses look. Kind of have that cool, very compact cat nose sort of look to them. One thing I like to do with fur is try to get that hatching. So hatching is when you make a bunch of small lines, just kind of in a row or almost like a rhythmic line, sort of together in a direction. And it's really good to do that with animals that have fur. It kind of symbolizes that, the direction of fur, the streakiness, the soft sort of patterns that you can get in those furry animals. Okay, so now I'm going to do the eye. Let's see. One thing that I really like is that tigers have these really cool patterns around their eyes. It gives them that kind of a scary but really cool look. So here's my tiger eye. And pretty much, I've got the good foundation. Now I can just keep on going with the tiger stripes, different little details. Maybe I even want to put some weeds. I can put in grass down here to make it look like, they're coming out of the woods or something, or the forest to stalk some prey. One of the last things I like to do is put in shading, because it's really good to do kind of your details and get as much information as possible into your drawing. That way, once you do go into shading, you know exactly where you want to put the highlight and shadow and different pieces of information that way. So I'll put some more information here. The tiger's got some stripes coming down. And when you're making things further away, it's good to kind of make them a little darker, put them in the shadow, So now we have, you can see this too well, but got this arm coming here, it's in the lights, and background, got that other arm in the shadow. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little more shadow on the underside of the front arm. This cat paw here. And some more tiger stripes. So I'm sketching with an HB pencil right now. This is basically a medium um, pencil. HB is kind of the darkness of the pencil, but one thing you can do is have multiple pencils too. So let's say you wanted to get some darker lines, some areas that you want to emphasize. You can always, get a darker pencil. Start emphasizing some parts of this. Okay, now you can probably see it better. Some more emphasis on, parts of the tiger here. Why not add a few more stripes? In addition to adding the stripes, add a few more parts where maybe there's some shadow, some shading. Maybe emphasize these whiskers a little bit. Great. All right. How's that looking? Okay. Yeah, so now you can see, start off with a blank page, just drawing a head, shoulder, arm. Now I've got a tiger. Awesome. Well, I want to thank Create Now again for having me on here. This has been awesome. I love to sketch. It's something I do pretty much every day, so I'm glad I was able to share it with you guys. And you can definitely donate, help out, or even volunteer with Create Now. You can go to createnow.org to check things out. I am Pixel Propaganda, just one word, on Instagram, and you can check out more art there. And thanks for having me.